All right, this is Jeremiah 31:7. For thus said the Lord, sing with gladness. All right, like the brother precept. All right, it say for Jacob and shout among the chiefs of the nations, man. All right, so what? We are out on these highways and hedges, and we're shouting with gladness. All right, before what? The chiefs of the nations. All right, it say what?
And the chiefs of the nations too is like this internet, bro. Everybody's going to see this, so that's why it's affecting people because now it's making so much noise. Okay, the things we're doing, everybody's starting to see it, and guess who is hurting? The highest people up. When you can call that person the devil to their face, and it's something on, like on a platform, the way you see it on the internet, to where everybody can see it. Oh, we already knew the white man was the devil. You know what I'm saying? But now you backing it up with scripture, and it makes more sense.
And that's and the furthermore that point, that's why they're trying to demonize us, man. All right, because what the message, all right, and this is the message, all right. It say publish ye. To publish something is to make it known, man. And that's what we're doing. We're making the Lord's words known, man. All right. It say praise ye and say, O Lord, save thy people, the remnant of Israel.
Right.
All right, and that's the message, man.
Right. Right.
All of the remnant is basically been established to be delivered. You know?
Right.
And that's another reason why we're being demonized. You know, because what we're not preaching the doctrine of this world that what everyone is going to be saved.
Right.
This is Matthew. This is Matthew 24:14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness,
Right.
unto all nations. You know, where what all of us will scatter. All right. It says, and then shall the end come. You know, so now it's no more turning back. You know, even in Daniel, when you have what the Lord basically let it be known, where once His word was pushed out, it's nothing. None of His words are gonna go back void.
Right.
You know.
Right.
This Philippians chapter 4, verse 5. Let your moderation be known to all men. The Lord is at hand.
Right. Moderation. What's moderation? Somebody get moderation.
Your gentleness.
You want the blue letter or just regular?
What yours? Philippians?
Mhm.
Yeah, grab that one.
Blue letter.
What it say?
The word for moderation, the definition for moderation, it says seeming suitable, equitable, fair, mild, gentle.
Okay. So let it be known what you know in a certain manner. Okay? The manner of letting them know is whatever manner needs be. Right? And the moderation is don't give too much. Because when you do something in moderation, it's in portions.
Not excessive.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, you know what I'm saying? It's in portions. So by that moderation in that word, it basically shows that when you bring it out, do it according to your lot. Okay, so if your portion is to bring out XYZ, you're gonna bring out XYZ. Don't overstep your boundaries trying to teach things that you have no idea about. Right?
I got precept backing up here, brother. Yeah. This is Isaiah 14:24. All right, because it said what? None of the Lord's words are going to come back void. All right. It say the Lord of hosts hath sworn. All right. The Lord, it say saying. All right. So the Lord said this. All right. Surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand, man. All right. So what? Whatever the Lord said, He's going to perform it, man. And there's nothing you can do to stop it.
All right, grab me
You still want that Psalms 47? You had some on there.
No, it was to the voice of triumph. Somebody give me Zephaniah 3.
This is Zephaniah 3:14. It says, sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem.
Right. Okay. So, why is it saying this shout and be happy? And bro, because all the things we've been through is coming to an end. Okay? It's over. All right, read 15.
It say, the Lord had taken away thy judgments, He had cast out thine enemy. The King of Israel even the Lord is in the midst of thee, thou shalt not see evil anymore.
This is exactly what is taking place. Yahweh Shai's spirit is in the midst of us right now. Two or more gathered in my name, I'm there. His spirit is here. Okay? So we know who the enemy is. We know not to break any laws for the simple fact that he says you have the freedom to do so. Okay, so we're not moving like that anymore, all right? So we understand that all we're waiting on is for prophecies to be fulfilled so we can get the hell up out of here, okay? But we're doing what we're supposed to be doing until then.
And also too, we're in also in the spirit of knowing, you know, because what? Previous to coming into this truth, or Salakia, by way of us coming into this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, we've seen prophecies come to pass. You know, as far as what? Us even coming into this truth. All right? This is Isaiah 61:1. The spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings to the meek, you know, to that remnant. He had sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. You know? So this is what that spirit of Yahweh Shai is basically having us reveal to his remnant that have been scattered abroad. You know?
I got
I gave you Psalm 47, right?
Yeah, I was going back to verse 3.
It's 1 through 9.
1 through 9.
So
That's all about that.
every time I read a verse,
Okay.
in between, we're gonna stop and speak on it. That's why.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
right now we're on verse 2.
Verse 2. All right. I can bring up this. This is Ezekiel 35, because the brother just brought out how what the spirit of the Lord is on his men. All right, and prior to them coming into this truth, all right, he sent forth a message. All right, and this is another message. This is Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right, and when you go into the scripture, you see that Mount Seir, speaking of who? Edom. All right, it say, this verse 3, and say unto it, thus said the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. All right, so that is what? Also a message that is being what? Sent out from the Heavenly Father. All right, to let you know that what? Death and destruction is coming to America, man. And that's why I say what? Shout, be glad, all right? Because what? This is the what? Towards the end of the race, man.
This leads to our deliverance, you know, to where we won't be suffering with loss anymore. You know, we're going to be basically put back on top.
I'm going to read verse 4. It say, I will lay thy cities waste. Thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. All right? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. And what was Edom's blessing, man, when you read in Genesis 27, man? To what? Rule by the sword. The scripture say what? He is the hammer of the nations, man. All right? It say what? It say with the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. All right, that was it on that. You want me to Psalms 47 and verse 2.
Let's make sure we just stick into the subject matter we're speaking of. All right? We're in a great situation. The place we're in to be in is wonderful. Okay? So we're going to jump back to Psalms 47, and we're going to go to verse 2 now. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 47 and verse 2. For the Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth.
Okay, and when you go back to verse 1, it says, clap your hands, all ye people, shout unto the Most High with the voice of triumph. Then in verse 2 it tells you, for the Lord, for the Lord Most High is terrible. Why would we be rejoicing? Because now we get to see payback and vengeance. We know that everything we went through and all the things we go through is not basically in vain. Okay? So now we can clap and be like, bro, payback is here. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers done this. It may be the parents of some kids that got fucking smoked by a cop. Or just anything. And it's Esau and he gets off with it. They want to see justice for, you know what I'm saying, for their children. You know what I'm saying? Us as a nation. All right, that's why I'm saying rejoice. Now I precept that with Baruch 2 and start at 30. Go to 34. About the shot.
30. This is Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Right.
But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their power. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Right.
And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name.
Okay, and that name it signifies truth. Okay, his name signifies truth, and it's also his name. Okay, so that's what we would think upon, and to think upon is to basically you're going to react, basically rehearse these acts of who you really are. Okay, and this is why I went here, because when you read it says, for the Lord is the most high is terrible, he is a great king over all the earth. Now we know that payback is coming. It's actually showing you in your land of captivity, these things would happen to you. So now we're looking for people who's in a land that's out of place, and they have nothing to rejoice over. Now they do, because they're remembering, well, damn, that ain't how we moved. You know what I'm saying? Something just don't seem right about this place. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And real quick, a quick point, like when we go to Acts and it said they glorified the name of Yahweh Shem Yahshua after receiving it.
God.
So these people are not only going to be lost, but they're going to have a new name, you know, as far as a so-called new doctrine that no one else has preached throughout the whole world.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's key indicators on who it's speaking about.
You want to jump to this F9? You said 3. I'll stay, keep on.
Yeah,
Oh, Salaki. This is Baruch 2 and 31. Salaki, verse
32.
32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before me.
Okay. Okay.
Salaki, which sinned before the Lord.
And now you look at that, and then you go back to let me see. When we was in Zephaniah,
The 3 and 15, 16.
yeah, when we was in 15, it says, oh yeah, and it says it's in the midst of thee. So these people wouldn't just wake up on their own. The Lord would be in the midst of them, and they would think upon his name, and so on and so forth, to understand that, well, damn, we got salvation coming to us. Okay? Go ahead, Al.
It says, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it.
Right?
And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
And that's what we're patiently waiting on. Okay? So we're waiting to get back in this land, but first we knew what had to come was a falling away. The son of perdition had to be pushed forth on who the wicked was, identifying Esau and all the other nations. Okay? And then we will remember exactly what was going on, to where we could rejoice and say, oh man, we the chosen people. You know what I'm saying? Salvation is coming to us. We're not going to be in this fucked up situation no more. All right?
35.
Nah, you good. Go to verse 3 on
Psalms.
precept.
This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is a God that judgeth in the earth.
Right. Hey, that's a nice precept. That's cold-blooded.
Psalm 47, verse 3. He shall subdue the people under us, and the nations under our feet.
So notice, in the beginning, when we went to the precept for verse 1 in Zephaniah 3, it says, Zephaniah 3 and 15, it says, the king of Israel. Now, a king defeats other kings, but we're dealing with the only king, the highest king. So he can go through and in verse 3 it says he shall subdue people under us. So he could take all the kings on the earth who thought they was kings and put them under who righteously supposed to be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? We're the kings of the earth. Okay? So he says our captivity is finished. You're going to know it. You're going to see your salvation. All these things are going to take place. And then I'm going to give you the oath that I promised to your forefathers and put all people up under you. Okay? Revelation 3 and 9. Unless somebody have precept.
I'm already here. That's what I was going to give. This is Revelations 3 and 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogues of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, and do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
Now, didn't he just say in verse 3 of Psalms 47, he shall subdue the people under us and the nation up under our feet? So basically, everybody's going to be beneath us. And you know that's got to hurt their fucking pride to see what they deem as the smallest thing on earth. The people that's less than nothing, bro, they look at Hamites higher than us. You know what I'm saying? They look at Moab and Ammon higher than us because of their status. Okay? So he's going to take all those people and make them, as we're transitioning, and to see their self going very low and we rising above them. Could you imagine what that's going to do to their pride, bro? They're going to be hurt. Like, man, you got niggas over us? Oh, but guess what? They ain't going to be able to do shit about it. Okay?
Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 3. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of rocks, whose habitation is high, said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest as the stars, this will I bring thee down, said Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know, so what? We're in a state of seeing this prophecy come to pass.
Right.
You know, Edom is built up with pride, and he feels as if no one can take him down from that high horse.
Right.
You know, but the same one that put you in that power seat is going to be the one to take you down.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 10. It says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed shall slack it, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. All right? So the Lord gonna save us from out of this place.
Right.
It says, and Jacob shall return. Return where? To where we were before, on top.
Right.
It says, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
We're going to know peace, bro.
Hey, you can get started.
You know how wonderful it is to have peace.